Welcome to another episode of By Any Means. I'm your host, JRob, as always. Today, I got some familiar faces, one new face, potentially two new faces. I'm here. I'm joined with Riddell, Random, Early, and new to the Player's Choice platform, my guy, Rizzy Randy. Welcome to the show, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good,
Good,
man. Good.
chilling.
Good. Yeah, chilling. All right. So we 6 weeks into the NFL season. Obviously, Open Field today was a movie, completely movie. Shout out to Ty Real, if y'all remember who he was, if y'all watched the show earlier. Ty definitely came in and brought that smoke. I definitely shout out to him. But now that we here, there's some conversations that I want to have about some things that are going on that I think need to be discussed. And I think y'all the right group of people to talk about it, just because I think one, there's some differences of opinions where people stand on the ledger, and obviously because I think everybody has expanding point of view. So first things first, the NFC playoff picture. Obviously, both unbeatens went down, the 49ers and the Eagles. We were obviously they looked vulnerable. Both teams looked like there were some potential weaknesses that other teams could exploit. With that being said, should the 49ers and Eagles be nervous going into this year's playoffs? Or is it still assuring that these two are going to dominate? They're going to dominate the division. Gunnar, welcome to the show, my brother.
Hello,
And
hello.
right on time. Right
Right on
on
time.
time.
Right
Right
on
on time.
time.
Right on time. So the question is, Gunnar, we're talking about the NFC right now. Is outside of the 49ers and the Eagles, should they be afraid of any other team potentially knocking both teams off the top of the NFC mountain? So obviously, I want you guys to give me your thoughts on that. Obviously, we got some new people on the show. So Riz, I want you to start the show off, and then obviously, fellas, y'all can go up here and feed off Riz. So Riz, what are your thoughts right now as a Eagles fan, and what do
Thank
you have
you,
to
thank
say
you,
about
thank
the
you.
NFC?
I'm gonna just say, man, if the Eagles get that number one seed, man, I don't see nobody beating us, man. I'm not being a biased Eagles fan. It's just hard to win in Philly, man. Not gonna lie, San Fran a good team though, but I just don't trust Brock Purdy, bro. That's just me. The Lions look all right, but once again, they got Jared Goff. He don't move me
Oh
neither.
Oh man, we're gonna have to do this again, J
Yeah, we got to
Rob.
do it. Listen, he don't move
Wait.
me. He don't move me. The only look, I'm gonna be a realistic. I'm gonna be a realistic fan today. You feel me? Outside of the live, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, but I'm gonna be realistic today. The Cowboys only because that's our our rival. We always gonna play good. It's always gonna be. But at the end of the day, if the Eagles get the number one seed, man, I don't see nobody winning in Philly. We lost this week to J Rob's Jets, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? It was just a bad
Yes,
day,
sir.
man. Not gonna lie.
One and
It was
12,
just a
baby.
dog's day. We lost Lane Johnson. Everybody know if you know, that's a big loss. Our secondary was bad. Their secondary was bad too, but no excuses, man. Jalen just had a bad game. Hopefully, he bounce back this week versus the Dolphins. But I don't see nobody else, man. I see the Eagles up there. I see 49ers up there. Can't count the Cowboys out. The Cowboys got a good defense. The Lions possibly, but other than that, man, I don't see nobody knocking us down. Yeah, I probably have a different opinion, but that's what I'm gonna go
Let me
with.
ask before somebody chimes. Let me just ask you one more question, Riz, because I hear a lot of Eagles fans complaining about the offensive play caller that y'all have
Oh,
currently.
facts,
Are
facts.
you not high on Brian Johnson? Do you think he's a part of y'all issues in Philadelphia?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be realistic, man. I don't think Jalen's seeing the field well this year, man. He doing some uncharacteristic throws, man. Some things that he never did. Last year we was
Okay.
winning because we
Food
didn't
for
throw
Philly
the we
fans.
didn't, we didn't turn the ball over. But this year we definitely are. And I tell you, if we didn't throw that interception, man, we would have won. Defense would have got that stop for sure. But back to Brian Johnson. Now I don't see it, man. Shane in Indianapolis. He's doing good.
Mhm.
But he like to run the ball. That's why Anthony Richardson hurt now. So I rather him on the Eagles, man. He had good play calling. Brian, I don't know. He just get into his groove. He from Florida. He's still trying to do all this pass stuff, man. It's the NFL, man. You gotta run the ball, man. You're not running the
Okay.
ball as much. We a good running team. We just gotta play through our strength, especially with no lane. I
Mhm.
feel like on Sunday it was raining. It was come on, bro. Why you throwing the ball? Just run the ball. It's that
I like
simple.
it. I like it. Does anybody want to follow up? Is Is any other team not named Eagles, not named 49ers coming to take home the NFC trophy? Go ahead, Randall.
I know we talked about it. Jesus, what, an hour ago? Where if everything breaks out right, I think they're a team. I think they're a year away. But them Detroit Lions, man, they just making plays. They got a good squad. They, mind you, right now, if they had to play the Eagles on Sunday, they losing that game. If they had to play the 49ers on Sunday, they losing that game. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna throw it out there again. They're one big time corner trade away from y'all looking at them, and you're like, wait a minute. All right, Jahmyr
Chauncey
Gibbs
out too.
Jahmyr Gibbs is hurt. David Montgomery's hurt, so they could not rely on the running game against the Bucs, which I said on that show. That was one of the more intriguing matchups for two teams who are on the same tier, but got there different ways. Obviously, the Bucs are coming down and the Lions are coming up, and the Lions bullied that team. They just bullied them. I know the score says 26, but the game wasn't that close. They were all over Baker, and Jared Edge was killing. With no running game, he went out there. He basically helped him win that game. Obviously, Jameson Williams coming back is a big thing, but I'm saying a corner or maybe even an impact player away, and the Lions are gonna fight you to the death anyway.
Facts. They definitely got the personality.
If they all of a sudden they got that guy, and if whatever's going on with your Eagles right now, which I think you guys are kind of being unfair, give your offensive coordinator some time, please. And it's also tough.
It's Philly though. It's Philly. Listen,
I got you. But it's also tough.
They threw snowballs to Santa Claus, man.
Yeah. So listen, I think that the other thing is just tough that Steichen left right as we got to see this good version of Jalen Hurts. So we couldn't see, my God, if he gets another offseason with him, how could Jalen really look? So now all of a sudden he's bringing a new coordinator. They're trying to figure each other out. Maybe he likes to pass more, and Jalen's like, nah, we got some dogs. Let's try to figure out this balance that works for them, because every play caller and quarterback is a little different. So I'm thinking the Lions with the right matchups and maybe the right player. They're like, hey, come on, I ain't hate no bell. If you think you got them down, they find you to the end of the game.
I like it. Gunner, is there anybody that you think can knock off the 49ers or the Eagles, man? What do you got for us, brother?
There's nobody, man. I honestly think it's going to be the 49ers and the Eagles in the end again. And I think the 49ers is going to beat them.
Oh, so you're sold on Brock Purdy.
Yeah, he's going to be healthy. Going to be healthy this time.
Oh man! So
people
what
need
about
that.
what happened
People
against
need
the
that
Cleveland
rematch.
Browns? That didn't make you worry a little bit? Nothing?
You said who?
The Browns game ain't make you worry or nothing?
Nah, it was banged up.
Cool.
It was banged up, man.
You too cool. You too cool, bro. You too calm,
man.
bro.
Just one game.
Yeah,
Everybody went down this week. It's all right.
Okay.
Facts.
Okay. We gonna find out. Go ahead, Shoney.
So the NFC is in a very interesting place when we got quarterbacks like Geno Smith, Jared Goff, Brock Purdy representing the NFC right now. It's like it's in a weird place right now. And the Lions got a good team, but I still I gotta believe with Jared. Same with the Seahawks. I gotta believe with Geno. Same with the 49ers, to be honest. The only grace with the 49ers is they went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G. I think Brock Purdy's better than Jimmy G. So that's the grace with that team.
That's
but there's
one much, though, to me. It's not really take much to be better than Jimmy G.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Jimmy G is your baseline, right? Like this is the baseline.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a high benchmark, bro. Can you get
that's
an 80?
what I'm saying. That's so because we've seen that we can see how the 49ers can succeed. But there's one team that has that guy, that has one of them ones, that has healthy players coming back, and that's that Rams. Let me tell you,
Man,
Matthew Stafford.
What?
Matthew Stafford.
What?
Hey, let's not forget who Matthew Stafford is. And now with a healthier team this year, Cooper Kupp coming, getting healthier, Puka being that extra guy, and we got Van Jefferson out of here, and we put Tutu, who actually got some speed and can catch the ball.
Okay.
Hey, and Kyron Williams clears Cam Akers. Way better than Cam Akers.
He hurt now.
That Rams offense, solid. Now, if that defense can kind of figure out who they are with Aaron Donald leading it, with how the NFC is right now, to say that they can't upset someone, that's a lie, bro. They can. They're a dangerous team to play against. I'm telling you.
Real quick question for everybody on here. So I think maybe 2 teams out of the NFC West make it. Is it so whoever wins that division, 49ers? So who makes it, Seahawks or Rams? Because I think the Seahawks are just a better team than the Rams.
I think all 3 can make it.
I think the problem is the factor of Cooper Kupp coming back to LA is like, can the Seattle Seahawks get into a shootout with the Rams? I think that's the question you would have to answer, because if the Rams offense is clicking on a day against them, can the Seahawks sustain or put up the same number of points to compete with the Matthew Stafford? Because if you ask me, the second best quarterback in the NFC, I mean, is it not Matthew Stafford?
Arguably,
who's number one?
Arguably first best.
Purdy.
Who's number one?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. I would say Jalen Hurts, Stafford, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott. No, I'm lying.
No,
Jared Edge, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott.
Kirk Cousins is like
Zach Kirk over Dak, dog.
He's the worst out of the 6.
What's the difference between
you can switch him and you can switch him and Dak Prescott?
Pop. I'm not engaging in this conversation.
Early. So you like the Rams too coming out of the NFC?
Man, let me tell you something. First of all, they already been champs. As long as number 99 play on that team, I always got faith in them. You got Cooper Kupp and Puka might be the best receiver core they had since Torrey Hart and Isaac Bruce.
Well, that's not disrespect, OBJ. Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
It was a small sample size. It was a small sample size, though.
Speak on the Chris Brown of football, but what I'm gonna say is this.
Nah, that's crazy.
All right, bro.
That's crazy.
This man early been.
As far as route running and just the ability to get separation between them two, man, listen, it's like Cooper Kupp having a Hawaiian Cooper Kupp. He's a Hawaiian Cooper Kupp. So I think that with that defense, with that experience, Sean McVay coaching them up, man, they could get in the playoffs and get scary. It just takes one game in the NFL. That's why it's so fun. And if you let Matthew Stafford get in the rhythm and you let this Rams defense continue to build up, oh, my God, they cooking. I got them beating everybody but Brock Purdy. You see my middle name, Early Purdy Cofield. You know time.
Everybody?
You're actually right.
Anybody but the 49ers.
Who heat up?
Bro, it's
very tough.
So let me ask you a question. Yo, the Eagles was over there 2 weeks ago. What happened?
What happened? What happened?
Here's the thing.
Oh, man.
Regular season, I've seen teams beat teams 2 times in the regular season and then lose in the playoffs. Okay. Last time I checked, your quarterback throw pick sixes to lose the game.
That's a fact.
If you get them in the right situation, dog, the Eagles have shown me that they ain't as good as last year. And I think Jalen Hurts was a really big merchant on that O-line last year. And that O-line ain't been the same this year.
Merchant is crazy.
Yeah, they hurt. They hurt.
Yeah.
But I tell you this, though.
Y'all do this thing where y'all go, oh, man, they changed the offensive coordinators and this and that. At the end of the day, dog, you and Camp with your receivers. You and Camp with your running back. You and Camp with
I
your
don't think he's looked out of sync with his receivers, though.
Well, he's been throwing to Devontae and AJ all year. They both broke AJ Brown had to have a man-to-man conversation with him before he started throwing the ball more.
You're not understanding.
They have a really close relationship. I don't even think the conversation was about targets. They came out and talked about that, bro.
But I'd say this, though.
That's fair. Go ahead.
I say this, though. Our right guard was hurt. You feel me? And our right tackle was hurt. So it's cool. We played a good D-line.
Do any of them throw the football, though? That's all I'm asking. They throw the football?
But you need a block to throw the ball, right?
Y'all went against the best D-line y'all going to see all season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'll take our trenches.
The best D-line they're going to see all season. Oh, I'm sorry. Because on December 3rd, they play the 49ers.
We're better.
Yeah, all right.
We're better.
I don't know about
early.
Wait, hold on, Tony. Before you say that,
the 49ers D-line leading the league in sacks.
Tony, I'm gonna put perspective for you.
Last time I checked, 24 sacks.
Go look at Josh Allen's game versus Jets. Look at Patrick Mahomes' game versus the Jets. Look at Jalen Hurts versus the Jets. You can even look at clearly Russell Wilson. He ain't good against nobody right now, but look at his numbers versus the Jets. And if you watch the Cowboys game, the only reason they got into the end zone is because Zach Wilson kept putting them on a short field with turnovers. So I'm telling you, look at the numbers. We have stopped every top-tier quarterback to give us a place to stand this year. I understand we may not be the sexy pick because we don't got the names like everybody else, but we damn sure got the depth. Jermaine Johnson is a stud. Quentin Williams is a stud. Will McDonald's young self is a stud. We got Solomon Thomas. We got a group of guys that can absolutely go. And ask Jalen Hurts out there why he was throwing them picks, because them bullhorns was coming, bro. And it was what it was. And the best defense in the league, bro. And the sad part is we didn't even have Sauce and DJ Reed out there to strap things up, man.
That secondary definitely helped getting the pressure on the quarterback. If you don't get his reads on,
and we top 10 in sacks.
I'm
sorry. I'm getting
Cleveland, 49ers, and Jets.
Yeah, no, those are the top three for sure. Those are the top three for sure. But let's get into another conversation, because this has been a conversation, and Gunnar, I'm glad you're here, because this has been a conversation that we've had the last few shows. And it's been a big topic. I mean, it has caused a bit of a stir, and it has to do with your New England Patriots. There's been some question marks.
Hey. Let JRob get the question off.
There's been some questions. There's been some questions about Bill Belichick and his impact. I've come to question is he a properly rated coach? Might be a little overrated in my eyes. But my question to you, Gunnar, is it time for the New England Patriots to blow up the entire team? And what are you guys, 1-5 right now, which is completely laughable, almost disgraceful if you ask me. Do you think that they should keep tanking and potentially get a Caleb Williams and start this whole thing over? What would you want to do going forward?
Honestly, my opinion as a fan, I think it's time for a change. We need to change the whole system, man. That system Bill's running over there is not working no more.
So what you saying is they should retire Bill? Should they retire Bill?
I mean, I don't want to say retire him, but like you could put him up there. He don't gotta be a coach no more. He could be like something else.
Now I'll get him out the building, bro. I'll get him moved out the building, gang. Like he could not. He did
do some big things for us, so you can't just.
But really, did he do big things, or did he do big things because he had Tom Brady?
I mean, it's a team. Team
gotta go.
I mean, all I'm saying is, what could he have, like, if you look at his career before Brady and post Brady, like, how could you look at him and say, like, he's coached some pretty spectacular defenses out of school, but
I think it's time for a change.
I just think, he was getting it done with me and you at wide receiver and Gronkowski. Yeah. And, this is.
Who was getting it done? Was it Brady, or you saying Bill Belichick was getting it done?
I'm saying Brady was getting it done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, respect Julian Edelman. All right, respect him.
He was a corner when he came to the league.
Do you think Julian?
He was a quarterback.
Let me ask you.
He was a quarterback.
Yeah,
because because the Patriots didn't have any corners for one season, so they just worked out. It wasn't like there was like, all right, bro, strap up the slot receiver. You got it.
Hey man, Cooper Kupp ain't never played corner, man.
What is that? If it was up to me, I would take Robert. If I was Robert Kraft, I'll call Bill in at the end of the season. I will call him in middle of the season right now. I would tell him at the end of the season, I'm going to go in a different direction. I appreciate the amount of time and effort that you put into our organization, the rings, the success. This organization is Bill Belichick, and we love you forever. I would shake his hand. And I would send him on his merrily way. And then
I hire Tom Brady. Boom.
This the worst.
Would be crazy.
I don't think he can serve since
he's not. The problem is
he owns a team, right?
You can't. Well, not yet. It doesn't kick in yet. Go ahead. It doesn't kick in yet, right? I think next year his ownership stake with the Raiders kicks in.
Yeah, but he can't serve anywhere, right? He can't go be like the GM for the Patriots if he owns a piece of the.
No, he
Raiders,
cannot.
does he?
No, he cannot. No, he cannot.
I tell you one thing. I think he should still be a coach. It's just that I think it's a personnel issue. He just should stop being GM though. It's quiet.
Agreed.
Don't be a GM no more. Because you over here signing Juju Smith. Like, come on, bro. What you really doing?
If they get Caleb Williams, I'm whispering in Mike Weber ear. Ain't you tired of losing to Tennessee, Mike? Just picked up Caleb, Mike.
Mike Vrabel a good coach though.
Mike Vrabel
is a fantastic coach.
That might be a conversation.
Come over here, Mike.
Yeah, he a good
that
coach.
Might be a conversation.
I just feel like Bill making more of a personnel issues. Like, come on, you drafted Mac Jones in the first round. I mean, Mac Jones, I don't know, man.
And there's
No, please let me go.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Randall. Go ahead.
All right. So when it comes to Bill, I'm not gonna. JRob's gone to the point he's saying that he's overrated. I'm not gonna say that. He's still arguably the greatest coach of all time. But I agree with Rizzy. It's time to get some fresh blood in as a GM. Look, I don't think Bill Belichick as a coach is cooked. But as a GM, he's been cooked. He's been cooked since about 2019.
He's not cooked, but he's giving up 30-point blowouts.
Nah,
he's
okay,
not.
Because
all-star
defense,
stop telling me about.
This is what I'm saying, though. Okay, no, JRob, add the context then. Gonzo's gone and Judon's gone. Okay, they're two best defensive players.
I thought he was the greatest defensive mind to ever coach football.
I got you, but this is where the Bill Belichick, the GM, is definitely hampering him. I'm only saying this like you get one more year. I bring a GM in. We pick the players. Dear God, just tank and get Caleb. You only get a few times to get the next one. So tank and get Caleb. I'm gonna give you a year. I'm gonna give you a year. But first things first.
Man, too much love, Randall. Listen, Bill Belichick is the definition of I can't get out my own way, and that's just the truth. And also,
that's why we taking some things away from him.
A little bit of I don't want to say jealousy, but he got a little animosity towards Tom. So I do think of the way he goes about some of the decisions he's made as the Patriots leader at this point is definitely on some like, I want to prove to the world that I could do this without Tom. That's why he makes the GM moves. That's why he has the genius idea to go out his way to add a defensive coordinator and a special teams coordinator and say, yeah, you two should run the offense. That makes
whoa.
But you know why he does that? Hold on, let me finish, because his ego is his problem. Why would he do something like that? Why would that make sense? If I put a defensive coordinator and a special teams coordinator as my offensive representation, it's because I want to have my hand in the offense too. And that's been his problem. He doesn't pick players well. He don't pick personnel from a coaching standpoint well, it seems like. And at the end of the day, there's no one else to blame for this downfall at this point to me, except for the guy who's been running the show the whole time, who is Bill Belichick.
Absolutely, JRob. That's what I'm saying. Okay. He's committed multiple cardinal sins as a coach. We still don't know why Malcolm Butler was benched. We still don't know. Some people said he performed bad. He
just signed him again too. Didn't he just sign him?
And it was a bad decision. Malcolm Butler retired almost immediately. So I'm not sitting here saying he's perfect. All right, I'm not sitting here saying he's perfect. Andrew, the Patriots are winning the tank off right now. They winning the tank off, so they try to get Caleb for real, no matter what Bill Belichick says.
I mean, the Bears, the mock draft is the Bears at the first and second pick right now, so they're not winning right now.
I think the Bears
are going to be a race. It's going to be a race for that.
Here's Bill Belichick.
Hold on, let me finish, fellas, please. Let me finish. So the only thing you got to say, the fact that he's still able to have all the control after getting Mac Jones. Nobody was out here saying Mac Jones was going to be Patrick Mahomes. There was a reason why the 49ers did want him. Like Kyle Shanahan was a major fan of his, but then he got overruled and they got Trey Lance. So even with all that, they still made the wrong decision. So when you add in his second season after a very good rookie season, you give him a defensive coordinator to call his plays and watch his own line, and a special teams coordinator to be his quarterback's coach. He was doomed to fail from jump, and now all they're doing is throwing Mac Jones under the bus to the point. The fact that he's just getting away with it is cool. I would ask for a GM, but I don't think Bill Belichick is going to do that. So bring everybody in. Bring your GM, get your coach, do all that.
Listen. Look, go ahead.
I tell you this though, we got to throw some blame on Mac Jones though. He over here crossed his body, pick six, this, that, and the third. I ain't built for.
He's not built for.
He's not blameless. He's definitely not blameless.
He's not blameless, but he was never great. Did any of you guys impressed with the decision to draft Mac Jones?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I was impressed by that decision.
Devontae Smith got Mac Jones drafted.
100%.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, and my man three strikes. My man three strikes was cooking. I think that Bill Belichick is one thing for sure that he's not real with himself. My father always had a saying, you know what I'm saying? You got to be real with yourself, but you can't be real with nobody else. He thinks in his mind he made Tom Brady. Like in his mind, he thinks I made Tom Brady so I can make another Tom Brady. But he does not realize that, dog, at the end of the day, the only reason you won so consistently is because you had Tom Brady. And then the one time when you had an offense around Tom Brady that was legitimate, you won with Matt Castle.
Dude on the
bottom right look like Jordan Clarkson.
Yo, bro, I get that. Yo, bro. Yo, quick note. I go to the club. People come up to me. Are you related to Jordan Clarkson? I'm like, yo, bro. I can.
Don't act like you did use it one time, Rizzy. Don't act like you used it one time.
Never.
I'd really never.
Nah, bro. All I need is the tattoos and a headband. I get that shit all the time.
You gotta paint your nails. You gotta paint your nails.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Oh, what's my girl name that played for South Carolina too? Because she look like Jordan Clarkson too.
Oh, now we just being disrespectful. Crazy.
So
go ahead. Sean. Yeah, I'll say this. Yeah, we've had the back and forth with Bill and Tom Brady and all that good jazz, of course. The Patriots at this time, I agree that Bill probably needs to let go of the GM spot. But the reason why he gets all this grace is kind of similar to Greg Popovich, in my opinion. Like when you're that great, when you're that all-time great,
he should have been fired. To be fair, JRob, it's grace. The minute he said, "I want," was it Matt Patricia and Joe Judge as my main offensive guys?
That's when I would have tested him to see if he was still.
He should have been fired, but the reason he's not is because he's Bill Belichick.
I mean, of course, that's what you get for being this great. So, with that said, just like how Greg Popovich had that one draft class with an all-time great prospect with Victor Wembanyama, Bill Belichick has an all-time draft class coming up with an all-time prospect in Caleb Williams. He has 1 year. If he gets Caleb Williams, or even if he doesn't get Caleb and gets Penix or May, he has one more year. And if it's still a disaster, then it's up for us.
Hey, Sean, this is what you gotta do. Hold on. Let me just say this to Sean. This is what I want them to do. If you want to keep Bill. Go get one of these young OCs out of
Take the Detroit Lions
OC. He's
a head coach.
Get out of the. If I'm Bill Belichick,
my man Ben Johnson.
He's a head coach.
He's a head coach. If I'm Bill Belichick and my goal is because the thing is, to me, the league is starting to pass him by, and if you don't want this league to pass you by, you got to adapt to what the league is becoming.
I agree.
Go out there, get one of those young offensive coordinators to come in and go get another young quarterback. And the young quarterback I think he should go get, who I think can handle the lights, adversity, the cachet that comes with being the quarterback of the New England Patriots. You trade, and I mean it. Trade up if you have to. Trade one of your first round picks in 2020, in 2025 if you have to. But do what you got to do to go get Michael Penix Jr. Because I don't think you'll be able to get Caleb. I think whoever is locked in with the number one pick, they're not trading out of it. Now, do I think the Patriots are going to win another game this year? Probably not, but neither are the Bears. So it's going to come down to the wire of who sneaks in to win that second game. And if I'm the Patriots, and let's say they mess around and win 4 games and won't have that time, you got to find a way to get Michael Penix in a Patriots uniform. Because when it comes to me, I know most people say Drake May is the clear-cut QB2. But after what I watched him do versus Oregon, I'm sold on Penix Jr. as the legit QB2 in this year's draft.
I just looked at the Patriots schedule. They play Buffalo, then they play Miami, and then they play the Commanders, and then they play Indianapolis.
Trouble.
Maybe they go 1-3. Maybe they go 1-3.
The Patriots are in it's also, we gotta recognize something too. After Tom Brady left, that division just got hard as hell out of nowhere.
I got you. But they're it's not even like they're gonna win. The way it's looking right now, it's not like they're gonna win. They're gonna lose by 7 points, 3 to 7 points. They might get blown out by the Dolphins the way they're playing. They might get blown out by the Bills the way they're playing. And the Commanders can't beat them. The Commanders can definitely beat them. I think the Commanders.
Who the Jets beat? I said the Jets. Wasn't the Jets beat the Patriots? I mean,
we lost to the Patriots, but we're not gonna lose to them again.
Y'all lost to the Patriots?
They probably should have won.
Zach Wilson game, bro. I'm telling you, who Zach Wilson?
But also, the Jets haven't beat the Patriots in how long?
All right. We're gonna beat them.
It's the same thing like how the Broncos can't beat the Chiefs. It's the same thing.
Leave my dogs alone. Leave them out of this.
That's cap because the Broncos were spanking the Chiefs when Peyton Manning was there. So that's
now let's move on. But let's move on real quick.
They won 16 straight times.
10 years ago.
That wasn't 10 years. That was a minute ago. But I do want to move on to our AFC playoff predictions here. So obviously we're looking into the AFC. I think before the year started, I think it was safe to say that most of us had predicted the Chiefs would be at the top, the Chargers would be at the top, and potentially the Bengals. One of y'all mics, let me see what that is. I don't know. Is that you early? That might be your joint. Okay, he fixed it.
Chargers?
Who?
Yeah, that's what I
So here's
heard.
my question.
Chargers?
I said going into the year, not now. I mean going into the season. Obviously, they have not looked that great. I think the Jags have looked average at best. So with that being said, who do y'all think in the AFC is the favorite to win the playoffs, and who is like y'all two to go to the AFC Championship?
I got 3 of them.
Go ahead, Gunnar.
Chiefs is number 1, Bills number 2, and then Dolphins.
I like the Dolphins. Anybody in the mix that could throw a monkey wrench in the that we should not sleep on as well?
The Ravens will. They got everything you need. Obviously, this is all pertaining on if Lamar Jackson can kind of get his playoff, just basically give me a very good playoff performance. I don't need a perfect game from you, but give me. I just cannot have what you've been giving me so far. But the Ravens, they're always well coached. No matter how long the injury bug stays with them, they're always willing to fight you to the death. And we already saw the little coaching match he had with Shane Steichen, early when Shane Steichen was trying to do some stuff, and Harbaugh was ready to have that kind of experience. The only person who can rival him now in the playoff race is Andy Reid. And when's the last time we ever seen Andy Reid or John Harbaugh?
Shout out Mike McDaniels. The dude's a dog.
Yeah, but by the way, JRob, we've never seen John Harbaugh and Andy Reid face off in the playoffs, have we?
No, I think they played
once. They played regular season for sure. I don't know.
Yeah, regular season, but we've never seen them in the playoffs. And I'm just telling you, give the Ravens something. And the way Lamar's been playing this season, don't sleep on the Ravens. Put some respect.
Riz, who do you got in the AFC?
Yeah, I like the Dolphins, man. They just excited, man. They fast. We play them this week, so we gonna see. I'm gonna see them live.
Oh yeah, that's a good game, bro.
I got the Eagles beating the Dolphins actually.
Yeah, man, I do too.
I do as well. Not gonna lie.
Hey, don't matter. Even if they lose, they'll just score 50 on the Patriots. Then go play the Chiefs.
Nah, but I like you never could count Pat out. You know, Pat's always Pat. Chiefs. I like the Dolphins. I don't know. The Bills losing too many people for me. They lost their linebacker. They lost Tre'Davious White.
Yeah, the Bills.
You know what I'm saying? Von Miller still, he trying to get his feet back under him. Who else is in the Bengals? I don't know what the Bengals doing. You got to go with the Chiefs and the Dolphins right now. I can't even say top 3. You just got to go Chiefs.
Bengals pass rush looking good though, man.
I like the Dolphins. I do like the Dolphins as a pick. So I'm gonna go ahead before I give y'all the floor.
Well, one more thing, John. One more thing I like to factor in when it comes to picking at the end. I like to factor in weather. So I don't know if the Dolphins can play in the cold, man. When it get cold, it get dark. So you gotta understand what you're really doing there. So I don't know. I know Pat and them can play in the cold. The Bills can play in the cold, obviously. So you gotta keep them.
Ravens can play in the cold too.
Yeah, Ravens. I got show love to the Ravens. They look good. They
to kind of give you guys some context. They do play the Ravens week 17 at the Ravens.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins do. So
that's probably gonna be a meaningless game, though, right?
Yeah. The only thing I'm saying that at least they do get some kind of experience, but I thought they had more away games. 3 of their last 4 are at home. So the Ravens the only one that they're away for. So
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It might not be a throwaway game.
I'm not gonna lie. There's one thing that y'all not saying that does matter the most.
I got you, John. If A-Rod comes back, he's going to the chip. I got you, brother.
No way.
I got you.
Yo, bro, if he does it,
we gotta be realistic, though.
We gotta be realistic.
If A-Rod was still I ain't gonna lie.
We be undefeated. We might be undefeated right now.
Let me tell you something.
Listen.
If A-Rod come back at the end of the year, his doctor is him. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, him.
From now on, everybody goes to A-Rod's doctor.
I just want y'all to know, just outside of just on some medicine, but people got to put it in perspective. If Aaron Rodgers is playing by week 15 or by the start of the playoffs as the starter for
that's a big if, though. I don't think
it is a big if. No, it's a huge if. He's gonna try to come back. He's gonna try to come back. But what I want to say is what people got to think about. Let's just say he does come back. If he does, the way we look at torn Achilles, is going to completely change because athletes everywhere are going to look at what just happened with A-Rod, and you're going to see whatever the surgery, the technique that was used for him, that's going to start being a go-to.
It was like some kind of
I don't know.
revolutionary
He
kind of
said
surgery,
it was
right?
the same one. It was like some like new surgery. Go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers did say that what he's doing is unconventional and he doesn't recommend anybody else doing it. So I don't know if it's going to be the norm in the NFL.
Oh, in the NFL?
Hey, Shonen.
Because of how Aaron Rodgers kind of framed, like he might be doing some. He might be.
But you got to also remember, Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old.
Will they clear him?
Yeah, and he might be going to the Amazon, picking up these plants and going crazy.
Will the union let him play?
Yeah, will they clear
him for real?
If his doctor clear him.
Hey, Shonen, does your shirt say I'm old, but I still look good?
Yeah.
Man, who auntie you get that shirt from, man?
Let Shonen live, bro. Let Shonen live.
I got it caught your attention, didn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Any other AFC teams, fellas, that y'all think?
I got.
Go ahead.
I for sure got. So similar to my NFC logic, my thing is like there's always that quarterback, that one of them ones that you can never discount, and there's two in the AFC that we haven't talked about. We talked about a little bit. One obviously is the Bengals with Joe Burrow. Now that it's starting to look healthy, I mean, they beat on the Cardinals. They had a great game against the Seahawks. What happened last year? They started slow and then started cooking. So the Bengals literally might just do the exact same thing and be in the AFC Championship against the Chiefs again. Would anybody be surprised? Probably not.
Good
and then
Lord.
the other team,
have the 49ers this week.
Yeah, it should be interesting for. No, the Bengals don't play the 49ers. They got to bye. So
they play them the week after that. Then.
Yeah.
And
then the other team,
that Bengals D line, man, y'all faking.
Trey Henderson and Sam Hubbard, dogs. They're dogs. That other team has to be the Jaguars, bro. And Trevor Lawrence
quietly 4-2. JRob quietly 4-2.
In the division. The big thing with the Jaguars is right now,
a damn fluke.
Their offense is not clicking, but that defense is playing really well. We saw what they did against Josh Allen. And we saw how they kind of they shut down the Colts. And the Colts,
I don't even like him out of his division though.
But their defense, if they keep on playing well, and if Trevor Lawrence can find out the mesh between Christian
Trevor Lawrence is going to see a lot of this soon.
We'll see.
You feel me?
We'll see.
It's going to be interesting. Texas, man.
If that D-line keeps on getting pressure like they've been doing and playing that good football, the Jaguars could be a dangerous team. They can be,
and they got a Super Bowl head coach.
Facts.
Rizzy, don't act like that now. Y'all threw him away as quick as you could.
That was his
right out there, shoes off and everything.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's Carson Wentz fault.
Yeah, I used to ride or die for my man Dougie P though. I used to ride or die. He was in his way too though. He didn't want to hire an OC. That's his fault.
But I ain't gonna lie, he was a great play caller. He ain't need one.
He was a great coach. He was a great. I don't even think he was calling plays. I think Frank Reich was calling the plays.
Listen, I like Dougie P, man. And at the end of the day, Riz, that man, Carson Wentz owes Dougie P the world, man.
Nah, for real.
For real.
And he owed me an apology too.
Hey man, I used to think West was really good, man. Like,
yo, man, I did too, man.
Early. I'm gonna take you back. Me and Riz used to get full blown, personal arguments about Carson
Wentz. Me Wentz wasn't that dog.
And it all aged the way I told him it was gonna go.
Riz. There's another universe out there. Carson Wentz doesn't get hurt. Wins that MVP. Maybe he does go and he beats the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And
I ain't gonna lie, that one 2017 season, my man's was.
And when he didn't get hurt, he was killed. Walking.
He was cooking.
Craziest part is the year before that was it Derek. Yeah, the crazy part before that, Derek Carr was playing like MVP the year before that. And he gets hurt.
We already know he's a bum.
Oh my God.
He's not a bum.
That's not perfect. He's not that.
He's that word around way too much for my professional.
I don't. He's mid though. He's definitely mid.
Josh McDaniels ruined him.
Kirk Cousins is definitely way better than him. But let me ask y'all this because this is the last topic I want to get into before we go. We got about 13 minutes left of the show. Colorado Buffaloes. We come up here and they got demolished by Stanford, who came back after being up 29-0 What are y'all thoughts on that Colorado Buffaloes game? And with only they have 4 wins on the season. Do y'all think they can get the 2 wins to make sure they get to bowl eligibility?
Well,
Yes.
Start the conversation with that. Go ahead.
I would like to say yes because their team is good enough, at least on the offensive side of the ball. The problem is I had them at 6-6 at best, and this was one of the games I had them winning. This is one of those, like, I get that you're a new team. You've had all this transfer. Like, that's an unforgivable.
Dog,
that's
come
an
on, dog. If they make a bowl
loss.
game, it's simply because the NCAA.
You gotta win 6 games early. You gotta win 6 games.
So who you got them winning? Out of the 5, who's the next 2 you got them winning?
Oh man, they got a soul search, bro. They have to
soul search.
They have to soul search, bro. Because I am nervous now. That Stanford one was what they needed.
They needed that. I think that they played. Who was the team that had to play?
Oh my god,
bro! They gotta play. They gotta play Oregon State. They gotta play UCLA. They gotta play Utah.
They're losing that game.
They gotta play
Washington State and Washington State.
Arizona
I had
them beating
Stanford
too. Yeah, I had Arizona beat. I had Colorado beating Stanford and Arizona. They basically end up 6-6. It's still a great season, right? And they would have all the lower level bowls lining up for their services.
But bro, it is like the thing that makes me nervous though. But random, they got to go at UCLA.
I'm gonna be there for that game.
At Utah State, like
they can beat Utah State.
No, they not Utah.
Utah kicking their ass. I'm sorry.
Utah got no quarterback though. But the only thing Utah got is the defense. That's the only thing.
They kicking their ass. I'm sorry.
The thing is, they have to get.
I'm about to say if they get up early, like you said, Utah
they get into a shootout. They can get into a shootout.
They can beat Utah.
If I'm Dion, my goal is for these last 5 games.
He's like that. You got to hit him in the mouth.
So they got to be UCLA and they got to be
Arizona. They got to be
Shador has to put a carry job together, bro. He has to really put a carry job.
Like score every drive type drive.
Yeah, because they don't have the defense. And I ain't gonna lie, we got the Omarion Miller, Cormani McClain, you freshmen, y'all need to be whatever y'all not doing off the field that y'all not living right, y'all gotta start living right.
What you think about Travis Hunter playing both sides? Should they give him less time?
Can't do it. Can't keep doing that.
I just think if you're gonna play him full time, you got to play him full time at one side of the ball, and then you got to rotate him in at that other position. Like for example, I think really the way they should play Travis Hunter, if they're gonna use him on defense, he should be their nickel. So when they go like 3rd down, 3rd and long,
working up with like a part-time slave.
They'll put him in as a nickel. You put him as a nickel, so he don't have to play as many defensive reps. And he can still be impactful. And if he's playing like that nickel, you can see him in like a Tyrann Mathieu type role, being able to have more freedom and just kind of be the playmaker that he is. But I think utilizing him from the offensive end, you just need the offensive production. Right now, they are at a point where they have to at least put up 30 plus, 40 plus points to really compete because they do not have the defense to go out there and win a game 24-17, 24-10. They don't have that. So they have to be in 40-point games, and you need Travis on that offensive side of the ball. So if they can find a way, because listen, 160, 200 snaps a game, I understand how talented he is. That's just a lot of snaps, though. It's a lot of snaps.
The thing about football is like a mini car accident in every collision, dog. Yeah, the more you on the field, the more likely you are to get hurt in football. You can't do 160 snaps.
I think playing Travis Hunter on both sides of the ball after him coming back from an injury that legitimately could have ended a lot of seasons is crazy. That's my problem with it. Like, a lot of people, it just made no sense to play him like that.
Go ahead, Riz.
I feel like if you know you can't just press man all day, you should just try to play some zone or something, bro. Like if someone I'm watching that game, like not just that game specifically, like other games, bro. If you look at the top of the field, like say they on the right hash, if you look at the top, bro, it's straight man to man island work, like
across the board.
So like my mans was saying, Travis scored a whole touchdown. Kick off, now he back on the field playing man-to-man island work. It's crazy, bro. Yeah. He's bound to get cooked.
How you got him playing man-to-man? How you have him playing?
They be in their own way, bro. You gotta hold on, bro.
Yeah, playing man-to, like he was playing man to man, or like people don't realize playing zone is way less taxing than playing man to man. Like,
That's why
more
Tar had
free.
a
It's
great
more
coach to
free.
run your teams, dog. They want everybody to be on their Hall of Fame level.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I also think too, like, and I'm gonna be honest, this is what was pissing me off about that at that football game, bro. They could not stop a slant, bro. Like, bro, they ran. Listen, they went 3-by-1, bunch right to the boundary. I mean, bunch right, throw it to the boundary, 1-on-1 to the man from Canada. And that receiver right there, is getting drafted to the NFL.
You even have the D-line to do that.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, if you're gonna get beat, man, get beat on the outside where it's a low percentage throw. Don't get beat on a slant, bro. That's easy.
Bro, they was playing like this was. It looked like Madden, bro. Like when you're playing against your little brother in the game and you run the same play over and over and over and over, and your little brother cannot.
Yeah, that drag route was crazy.
They ran that Mike Thomas 2017 special right there.
Bruh, it was a Mike Thomas.
29, so how you blow a lead like that?
It's unforgivable. And also Shador at the end of the game, I've noticed this the last few times. I get it that your defense is not the best, so you have to do a carry job. But he's made some unforgivable mistakes. He's not like situationally aware, whether it's taking a sack. Was it? He took a sack against USC. He throws a horrible interception when I get it, bro. Either take the sack or just chuck it out against Stanford. He throws that horrible interception in the end zone. Like, bro, you got to understand the situation. It's not just him. It's also the coaching staff. I'm not sitting there saying it's all on Shador. And Shador is doing such a carry job, but at the same time, he's not making the plays that you want.
Did you watch that game for real?
Yes, I watched the game.
He made a bunch of unforgivable mistakes.
Yeah. Okay. So you're telling me.
I think the worst play.
That boy picking his head too hard.
The worst play of the game. The worst play of the game he committed was the pick to the end zone. And I'm going to say this. I think from a mindset standpoint, let's be honest. Was any and be for real. Be freaking for real right now. If they would have settled for 3 points there, random, does any of y'all think Stanford wouldn't have scored a touchdown the following drive?
I got you, but you got the worst like outcome possible.
I'm just saying, I'm not forgiving. I'm just saying the pick was bad, but he had to throw it into the end zone, bro.
Yeah, JRob, I'm talking about this season. I'm not just talking about the Stanford game. I'm talking about mistakes I've seen accumulate over the season.
Give me
these are things that he's done, and I'm giving you a few examples.
The worst game he probably played.
But look at the numbers.
Yeah, the worst game was Oregon.
Random. Like if that boy had some time.
USC, he was phenomenal. I'm
not saying that, but like Caleb,
TCU was phenomenal.
Is picking up. Like Caleb is picking up some bad habits. He's picking up some bad habits.
But it's the same reason why Caleb Williams is picking up bad habits.
But what bad habits?
I tell you what the bad habit is.
If you're gonna say holding on to the ball too long, I can give you that. But he's also the most.
That's the biggest
thing. And I understand that goes hand in hand.
You gotta score every drive, dog.
I understand that goes hand in hand. But you can't be throwing those. You can't throw that pick against Stanford. You just can't. And I get it, but you did your job. You drove your team down. You kicked the field goal, and you go home with that.
Yeah, but he did more than enough to help them win the game. He couldn't get a stop. His defense couldn't give him a stop for
what I'm saying, dog.
I got you, but you do your job. You do your job. You
push Shador Sanders.
But that's what I'm saying.
Georgia, are you kidding me?
He did do his job, bro. I'm saying and I agree with Random in the sense of because he brought it up on the show before. I do think when you have to do a carry job, you can develop some bad habits. Like I do think the game against Notre Dame for Caleb Williams, because he's had to carry USC on his back for the last 2 seasons, I think some of the uncharacteristic mistakes at Notre Dame was because he felt like he had to get it all back at once. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to go for the 3-pointer every single time to try to get them back in the game. And I think Shador does the same thing. And I think he holds on to the ball a little bit too long.
I think that can change fast.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but I think it comes from the personnel that he's playing around.
Also, Deion should have never got the ball first.
Like,
just let your defense go first.
I think he's let the
defense. But he won the last.
I'm blaming the defense because I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, I feel you, but just because you won don't mean it's the right thing to do. You want to know.
At the same time with Colorado State, he didn't trust his defense. He was like, I'm not giving y'all a chance to go out there. Y'all already showed me what y'all about. Get your door out there. He did it again. He put faith in his son.
Yeah. I just think ultimately, I agree though. I think for the Stanford game though, they should have put the defense out there first. just to put the pressure more on them. And if you could, because the momentum of the game was completely swaying to Stanford. It felt like with every drive, with every slant caught, actually, that the momentum was.
I understand what Randy was saying with making those mistakes. Like as a leader, the quarterback, you got the team on your back. You can't do that, man.
You just can't.
No, I agree. I don't disagree with the interception being horrible, but I think he felt like he had to throw it into the end zone.
Wasn't it third down too? I didn't watch the game. I fell asleep.
It was third down, but the thing is, I felt like he knew if they didn't get a touchdown on that, they were going to settle for the field goal. And I don't think he believed in his defense to get the touchdown.
Exactly.
That's what I think. I think he had no faith. But I don't think it's a good thing. It's not a good thing. I'm just saying what I think his mindset.
Yeah, but early, that's what I'm talking about, though. I get it that you don't have trust in your defense. Okay, I get it.
They're coming out that
throwing that pig,
we good.
Throwing that pig,
we good.
Like fully cementing the comeback basically at that point. That don't mean I'm not supporting, and I hope maybe if they could beat like UCLA and Arizona and they still end up 6-6. I'm gonna be at the UCLA game.
I hope they could get to a bowl game. game.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good for TV. Obviously,
it's gonna be a problem.
But they winning the Big 12 next year.
I tell you this too. They got to play Utah in Utah. It's gonna be cold as hell.
They getting their ass kicked. They getting their ass kicked.
But Colorado closed during that time of year, no?
Nah,
yeah, but they getting their ass kicked. I'm sorry.
I feel you, but
Utah gonna kick that ass all day. That's what.
Utah got Nate Johnson.
You a hater, you don't root for the black movement. I see that.
Stop.
Not early trying to do that.
Wrong guy. Yeah, wrong guy. Random be with the brothers, bro. You bugging. Random been with the Rado from the start.
You right. Randy be back. Randy be back.
I appreciate y'all coming on by any means. Right after this I want to say, is it Fluent's top 10?
Yes,
I think he's talking about Wilt Chamberlain.
I think Fluent is exposing Wilt Chamberlain on the next show at 9:00. Make sure y'all go tap in. We appreciate y'all.
Wilt Chamberlain hate.
And make sure y'all like the video on the way out. And Riz, Gunner, we appreciate y'all coming to hang out on Players Choice. We'd love to have y'all coming back again. It was awesome.
Yes, sir.